the Magnum Opera. And we have the voice of Amethyst, Michaela Diaz.
Hi.
Would you guys be down to join us in something?
Testing 1, 2, test 1, 2.
Woo!
We
Are crystal gems. They'll always save the day. And if you think you can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in garnet, amethyst, and pearl.
Would you guys like to hear a little sing-along of a brand new unreleased song for the next season of Steven? One, two, three. Never gonna give you Yes, it is. Media's been hard on the media
I try.
That was perhaps the best kept secret. So I think just to start off the panel, why you guys are crystal gems, which is amazing. What does being a crystal gem mean to you?
Wait, IRL? like, should I consult my therapist, or should I answer it like from a kid's perspective?
It can be both. It's both.
I mean, I think what being a crystal gem means is having confidence and courage in oneself, but also being vulnerable enough to depend on others, and so open yourself up to family and to teamwork. There is no I in team.
I mean, I think the answer is the same for Steven and I. Over the course of the show, he's really wanted to be a part of the team. He finally is, and it's not just his team, but it's his family. And I mean, we feel that way about each other as well in real life. So it's it's yeah, it's the same answer for both of us. I think it's being a part of the family and like you said, teamwork.
I concur with both of my fellow actors here. But I feel personally so blessed to be part of a show that is touching people's lives in such a beautiful, positive way all over the world. So it's overwhelming to know how many people know about Steven Universe and connect with it in such a wonderful, positive way.
Cheers for mine. Well, before we get into working with Rebecca, I wanted to ask you guys to tell us.
I don't know if mine is on.
Mine's-
Is mine on?
Can you hear all of us?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Test
Not a lot of bounce back
one,
on it.
two. Test 1, 2.
I'm short, so I'll just stay here.
I'd like to say get close to the microphone because they can't hear.
Oh,
Okay.
be natural.
We're working with microphones so often, you think we'd be better with it. I don't need to do it with my hands.
Can you each tell us a little bit about your journey before you were on Steven Universe, what you were doing before, and how you became part of the show?
Yeah, I mean, I've been acting for 12 years. I started in St. Louis, Missouri. Moved to LA 10 years ago. Come on, there's nobody from St. Louis. Very rare, occasionally, like every third minute, I'll go, woo, back. But yeah, it's. I came out to do TV and film from a theater background, and I sort of fell into voiceover by accident with a radio show called Adventures in Odyssey. A few fans of that. They've been on for like 30 years. A couple of the cast members who I met at my first session are actually here. Will, they're awesome. I'm sorry. Sorry, girl.
Everybody wants to hear your voice.
I'm a little nervous, but okay.
And when I was 14, I auditioned for this cute little pilot called Steven Universe, and that was 6 years ago, January, that we recorded it, I think. So.
He's grown up so much.
Oh, thank you.
Before Steven Universe, I did a lot of musical theater. No, hey, thanks. I met my husband doing Miss Saigon. She did Miss Saigon. Oh, another fruit. Nice, from the back. And then I did a show called Wicked. I got to play Nessa Rose, and my husband played Piero. Yeah, we never did any scenes together, but we got to bow, hold hands together. So I did a lot of musical theater. We just did Next to Normal together, and so that my background is. Oh, I was on the Mickey Mouse Club many years ago. Fans of the Party is the singing group that I was in many years ago. Hey, and I got to sign some merchandise from back then. I don't know if you guys are familiar with VHS tapes and. I got to sign a couple of those today, which was very exciting. And they were in nice condition, but I'll probably never be able to see them again or hear them because of the technology. But anyway, yeah, that's. Sorry. Steven Universe was a nice little surprise. I was one of the first shows that I ever auditioned for, and because it was so musical, I was able to. I love that we're able to sing on the show, and that was. I mean, aside from one other little voiceover job I did way back when, Princess and the Pea on HBO. Gosh, I forget even the name of that series. I'm terrible. Yes, happily ever after. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Mommy brain. My kids are here too. But yeah, so Steven Universe has been such a blessing. Amen.
Like what she said, minus all the musical theater stuff. I was living in New York trying to act and do comedy, and I got sent out on an audition for a show tentatively titled Dinosaurs. And I ended up booking it, and it turned out it was for a show called Barney and Friends. Sorry for that. And so yes, I did that, and then man, Steven Universe is the first animated show I've ever done, and what a great first. I mean, again, I think we all feel together. We all feel, so fortunate to be involved with this show. But what's most funny is there's sort of on my path here the different things that I've done, including Grand Theft Auto 5, which some sing some Amethyst lines to all my pedestrian lines. Guys, thanks for that, guys.
And a little bit of the party too.
Yes, thank
wasted.
Yeah, that's Pearl Cedar Wrap.
Oh,
Thanks to Pearl, does like,
Because the Cedar voice is so different from my voice, that they haven't been able to do that with any of my other projects. But I figured
Just
they'd
you
find
wait.
something.
Tell us a little bit about working with the creator Rebecca Sugar and how she helped you develop the personality of the characters and the look of your characters.
Well, first of all, hashtag we love her. I said that. I said hashtag. Rebecca Sugar. She's such an amazing talent and such a humble and kind person and just all around talented. The entire universe is so awesome. That's all I have to say about that.
Not so much the look, but definitely the personality of the characters. Yeah. First off, I mean, Rebecca is an absolute visionary, and being a young artist, growing up from 14 to 20, working with her almost every week for many years, huge influence on me. Her work ethic, her vision, her need to make sure that every little bit is right, and serving the greater vision of the show. It's inspired me with projects I'm working on now, and it's just been really fantastic work with her. The thing about the characters that she's developed with us is, she had the vision for the characters at the beginning from her own view, and Steven's based on her brother Steven Sugar. Shout out, he also works in the show. He's one of our amazing background artists. But as the show's gone on, she's taken aspects of our personalities and put into the characters, which that's not necessarily something that happens in a lot of animated shows, but they've really taken on lives of their own. It's a collaboration between the two of us rather than like this is what the character does, can you go take this? And that's been really amazing. It's a character study. If you stay with the character this long, it's really served me as an actor and learning a lot.
I would say something about Rebecca's process. I mean, something I've noticed is she definitely has an idea of what she wants, in terms of like when we're in a booth. But there's a fluidity to her process. She's very open to suggestions or changes. And for me personally with Annabis, I feel like she's given me so much leeway and really let me sort of make whatever mark I can on the character. And I mean, most people don't think we're similar at all, so I don't know if that's final answer.
Can somebody pop this door closed? I'm pretty sure there's like a radio going on next door or something.
Power Rangers, sir.
Yeah, I have one little thing, because for a long time I kept thinking that Pearl was like a motherly type of character, and I don't know if I just made that up or something, but like I remember hearing in the podcast that Rebecca was saying that she wasn't meant to be like real motherly, and then I was like, I think I made that up, or no, or maybe I just made it up in my head, but it just comes natural to me to be so motherly towards Stephen because I have 2 kids of my own, so I think that's where that came from. So yeah.
Also, like our relationship, I mean, it is funny how the relationships that the characters have is sort of mirrored in our personal lives. Like when we watch episodes together, we'll order food, we always send Zach home with the doggy bag. You take the leftovers.
Let's provide for this child.
Hiatus is that we have been able to do one of our little live stream parties doing that.
We look forward to the next one.
Yeah.
Soon.
Soon.
A little bit. Soon.
Stay tuned. No, that's for real. Believe in Steven, okay?
Well, I think I want to ask a couple of questions about each of your characters. For Zach, all of your characters are very original. And for you, Zach, while Steve is clearly a fun and silly young boy in the show, he still has to confront kind of darker themes and storylines from jail more to dealing with his complex relationship with his mother. So I wanted to know how you developed the character over the seasons and keeping both that fun persona but also dealing with those tough issues.
Yeah, I mean, the basis of it is that every week we go in, we're handed an amazing script. I've never gotten a Steven Universe script and been like, wow, they really dropped the ball on this. That just doesn't happen. The writers are just so talented, and it makes their job as an actor so much easier. You can see where the character's going. And the other thing is growing up alongside the character really, really helps. And I relate to Steven's arc in a lot of ways, like, you know, trying to be a kid while also having a ton expected of you. I grew up a child actor, so, you know, from 9 years old, working professionally alongside veteran adults, and having to maintain that level of professionality, and also being a kid on the side, getting school done, and it's definitely not safe in the universe, but it's the same. It feels like the pressure, you know, you really have to learn how to deal with that motivation. I feel like I can things. We're different ages, but growing up as the show's gone on and maturing, I think that really, whether it was intentional or unintentional in Rebecca's casting choice, I think it really helped me create a conversation.
I think a similar question can be for you, Gayla. Your character of the series is still similar to Steve's, very fun, kind of crazy, which I can see even in your personality leading you to today. But throughout the seasons, I think Amethyst continues to learn about herself, where she comes from, and kind of deals with those struggles and her place as a crystal gem in comparison to Pearl or Garnet. I suppose this is kind of like a two-part question. What is the most fun you have in Amethyst, and how do you kind of shift into kind of dealing with those more serious moments?
Yeah, I mean, the most fun I have with Amethyst is anytime that she's interacting with Stephen and Pearl and for Michaela in the booth. You know, being in the booth with any of the voiceover actors, everybody's so generous, and so it's just we always have a blast. But I would say any sort of you know, after Pearl's schooling Stephen on something, and then any sort of like Amethyst snarky comment is pretty fun for me to do. And that shift to these more serious notes, I mean, we've definitely seen Amethyst tackle some major insecurities and confront her anger issues. And that, for me, comes from a very personal place. It's that I think a lot of, I mean, I certainly do this, but I think many people rely on humor to cover up insecurities, and so I'm a Korean American adoptee, and so Amethyst, there are so many question marks in terms of her origin story. I think that she has a chip on her shoulder because of that. So being an adoptee, I can definitely, you know, just simply tap into that. You know, allow yourself to just emotionally go.
Getting deep, guys. I'm sorry.
I just see the universe, man. I didn't know what else to say.
I thought for sure you were going to say something about whenever Amethyst eats something.
Oh, yeah, that too. But that's sort of my real, like, I always have fun eating with you guys.
Like, eating noises in any cartoon is always pretty fun.
Remember that one up where they made me burp?
That was kind of, like, Ken was like taking snap, our voice director was taking snaps of me trying to burp, but I can't really burp on cue, so you're not dying, you're burping.
There's always going to be one thing over the course of the show that you just can't nail. I've had a few of those, like, sometimes it's songs, sometimes it's like little random fight noises like that. It's just, it's an imperfect science.
I think we're going to go to TV next, which your character is very interesting to me because you have to deal with the relationship between Stephen and kind of being a motherly figure to him, but also dealing with the fact that there's Greg and then there's Rose and that relationship you have and that kind of complex triangle of sorts. And I think that's one of the themes of the show that's kind of relatable because especially for the older audience, they can kind of relate to those feelings of either rejection or unrequited love, things of that nature, which is why we have both young and older fans in the audience. And I just wanted to kind of ask you about how you bring those emotions to the character and how you kind of deal with both being loving to Stephen, but also dealing with the fact that Stephen exists and Rose kind of exists, and how you make that character.
Well, one of the things that I love about this show is that it just goes there. You know what I mean? Like it touches on so many different emotional levels, and it does reach a very wide range of audience members. I also love that I can watch the show with my kids and enjoy it with my kids. But yes, the show does get very, you know. Yes, I did that too. One of the things I love also about the show is the fact that we can. I'm trying to be serious here. My goodness. Control yourself. Anyway, do people not say that anymore? I don't know. Can I say, can I use it?
Emo isn't just short for emotional, it takes on like other.
Oh, I meant emotional.
This show listens to a lot of like 2005 pop punk.
There's a lot of black guys like this.
I forgot the question. But one of the things that I love about this show is that we could express those feelings through song. And, you know, It's Over was so amazing to be able to sing. But I just love that we're able to reach people, reach an audience through music as well, because we know how powerful music can be to be helpful also with people who are dealing with any and everything in their lives. So again, the show is so musical, and it just goes there. And I appreciate that there's this type of show that's out there for this wide range of just for an audience that loves music and animation, and the combination of this show. It's been wonderful. And then to see, you know, all of the cosplay and all of the conventions is so awesome and amazing. I don't know, did I ask you a question?
Email.
It's a real debate on the internet.
Can we start hashtag?
Yes.
But I love that you mentioned It's Over because that's a great segue. It's talking about the music of the show, which the soundtrack that just came out recently is, I listen on repeat, I really do. And I think that the music really pushes a lot of the storylines. It really helps go into those deep themes. And I first wanted to ask you, did you know that this show would be kind of music? Did you know that it was going to be music-based a lot, or were you just going in knowing it's an animated show, it's scripted?
Well, I knew that there was going to be music involved because for our audition, we had to sing the theme song. Each of us had to sing the theme song for our audition. So I knew that there was going to be music involved. I didn't know how much, but I'm so happy that it is. We listened to it on repeat too.
I had no idea that it was going to be musical. I mean, I sang the theme song for the audition, and then Giant Woman came along. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then there was another one, and another one. I'm like, all right, great. I mean, I came from a musical theater background, but there was a time when I really, like, I was in a band for a while, and then I left that, and then I booked Steven Universe, and I just wasn't singing, but the show kept me singing. And especially when my voice changed, it forced me to like, get in the studio with my vocal teacher and like constantly working on getting my range back. And those were dark, stressful times. And I feel like the music was, like, it really kept me working on it. And you know, for me, like, you know, you're losing your instrument when your voice changes, and it's a weird phenomenon that you deal with one time. And you know, I really felt like the music kept me singing and pushing my boundaries and getting my skills back and actually getting better at singing. Well, 6 years later, I'm out doing my own music now, and I've actually got a single dropping next month. So, and it being so good too, it really like, you know, not always being like very simple and easy to sing, and really pushing boundaries.
So proud of you.
Just to talk about your vocal change, I'm so happy that so many birthdays exist, because the changes you went through vocally, I mean, we always knew Zach was very talented, but hearing that just in those 11 minutes, all the different ages he did was so really impressive. It's really a testament to the hard work of
On the show is that they have us play like little bit parts to, you know, save on time before the studio. So like, you know, I've been able to do all the watermelons and pumpkin and onion, and, like the Lonely Blade video game announcer. You guys are like the campaigning arts characters. That's these two, and a bunch of other things. And it's fun to see you guys. Like,
I usually get the creatures and the monster. It's funny when we get to meet townspeople. Most of the other ladies in the booth, they'll disguise their voices and go up. I always default to be like, yeah! Put a metal guy in the background.
I just have to make my voice normal.
In terms of the music, yeah, I mean, we sang a theme song as well. I didn't realize like the quality of the music, like how, I mean, man, it's basically just poetry. And I feel like, I mean, Rebecca, obviously, musical genius. And there's so many other people who also contribute. Ben Levin, one of our writers, Jeff Blue has written all the Amethyst songs. And yeah, I mean, Sarashu, it's man, for them it's been a very collaborative effort. And, yeah, it's good to be a part of that.
Do you guys have a favorite song?
It's over.
I like Love Like You.
Yeah.
I like Here Comes the Thought.
I've always said Rebecca would have an awesome like solo.
Yeah.
She wrote all three of those, I think.
I want her to write like a rock opera. Can you tell her to do that, please?
Make sure you hashtag it.
Hashtag do it or we'll be super emo.
Someone write like an alternate reality where who's a social media manager. Someone's giving advice on like how to get his sort of following.
Well, I think before we get to audience questions, I just wanted to ask, do you have a favorite episode?
That's weird.
Yes.
Hashtag no spoilers.
I like Stephen and Stephen.
That was one of my favorite voice because I was like talking to myself. I really like Jailbreak. That was like I feel like everything like got really crazy in the storyline and in our following of the show around that. 'Cause that was around the time, right after that episode, we did our first like big souls. And it was like, whoa, where did all this come from? So it represents a time in the show that like really they started to go crazy with the music and the visuals and paved the way for one of my other favorite episodes, Mr. Gray.
I have two recent ones. One is, I don't know names and stuff, so Plumber Pearl, Bad Pearl have and then I also really like the Smoky Quartz episode.
I met Natasha Leo one time. She came to the booth. She's like, hey, I'm Zach. She's like, hi. Are you here to do like a cartoon? I'm like, yeah, Steven Universe. Like, okay, yeah, I'm and then she went to the booth, and that was actually. She seemed cool.
Rebecca said that we sounded so much alike that she was like trying to get her to really amp up more than we would to like differentiate. Otherwise, it would have just sounded like.
You gotta balance it out. That's a weird thing about it, like especially voiceover. It happens on camera shows too. If you look too much like another cast member or sound like it, it can be a serious problem differentiating characters. So they have to like.
Okay, I think now we're gonna take questions. You've been so animated like this entire time.
Not too much.
Are you okay, sir? I thought that was just a mini earthquake.
That section of the room.
Just there. Sorry to interrupt. Thanks for sharing that with us. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, when Amethyst was discovering her backstory, going back to the kindergarten, that was around the same time that I was searching for my birth family in Korea. It was a very, very emotional time for me. And it's still even like, it makes me super emo to talk about. but no, and I definitely struggled with, I was very depressed and very anxious, and I felt very hopeless. And what helped me is just like you. I mean, I'm certainly, I work for the show, but I'm also a big fan. I feel like Amethyst helped me grow up and sort of, kind of confront my own issues. So I would say, keep going, girl. I feel like you're so open. You're open to accepting love and truth. So just keep being you. Yeah. People are asking.
Yee!
You can come here.
I'm so ready for this.
It's really special. Come here. From Jen.
Big please, please! Woo! Over here! Woo! Hey!
That confidence is expensive.
All the way in the back, the center, your hand was up. You.
Me?
Yes.
Holy cow! Do you mind if I come closer? I can't hear you guys that well.
Caitlin, sir.
Oh! Oops.
I want to do both. So.
Okay, so were you guys going out for any specific role for characters when you guys first walked in?
Oh, for Steven?
I was going after specifically Steven.
I originally auditioned for Pearl and Sadie.
Oh.
I read for Steven, Amethyst, Sadie, and I think I looked at Pearl's sides and I'm like, oh, dude, this is not me. Yeah, so.
you, pointing to yourself with the camera.
Oh,
You, yes.
okay. It's just that there's a. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to ask. But
Okay, you can do it.
okay, here's the question: is that so far so good? Do you think Steven will face his biggest event ever? Will he ever face the diamonds in a fight to the end?
Hashtag so ways to go.
I'll answer it right after this next sentence.
Good try, bro.
I want to say I like the other question person. I also felt some like anxiety really into the episodes that helped the most were isolation and storm in the room. Especially storm in the room, dealing with ingredient and the desire for conversations. But my question I wanted to ask is, you could show your character something that you love about Earth that you've never seen before.
I know one. Can I say one? Okay. Okay. I'm really pandering to the audience, but I mean it. I would show Amethyst this convention. There's so much love and respect in the room, and I just think that a show like Steven Universe is it touches people in a very specific way, but as you can see, it's universal. And I would want to show Amethyst that maybe see the impact that she's having on people's lives.
This is a hard question for me, but my answer won't be as good as that. But I think I would get Steven on like Snapchat just because I want to like follow him. I feel like Steven with like a proper social media account could like really spread some positivity.
Yeah.
Turn 4chan into like a happy place.
He's probably the only one that could. This is Beyonce.
I don't know what that means. I'll take your word
It's
for it.
like post-emo.
I think that I would like to take Pearl to a Broadway musical. I think she would enjoy Hamilton.
My mom got up early with a bunch of friends and at 6 a.m. got tickets.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited for you. Yeah, me too.
My mom's gonna start a ticket first.
Yes, you.
Genre-wise, I'd love like some more Rocky stuff. There's been some like rock influence stuff, but like that's my background, like classic 67. Something a little crunchier too as well. Yeah, and I'd say hip hop, but we got that Steven Seaver rap career. So we covered that base.
Actually, this is sorry, it's a little out of the box here, but I would want Amethyst to maybe not sing, but do like spoken word poetry with sour cream, because okay or something.
Congratulations. I have a musical theater background. I know Jen Potts, who voices Lapis Lazuli. I've known her for quite some time now. And it would be fun to do like a song with her. But I also am just interested to maybe hear Pearl rap. I mean, she might as well. That would be fun.
Party in the street, party in the roads, round and round.
Okay, we can take two more questions and then we're actually out of time. You all the way in.
So nice. I love her colors, I love her hammer, I love her attitude, everything. So nice. Oh, totally. Of all the fusions, her more than anyone. She said she could probably have a Vegas show. So nice.
Mine is smoky quartz, and I chose this answer because it's sort of touching in a way. They fused, even in with this fuse when they both felt kind of not great enough, and they were able to build each other up. So that's my answer. Here's your, you get 2 pieces. Sharing is caring.
I'll just make mine short. Oh no, I like Oprah because she's hashtag OG.
In the back. Yes. Yes.
Would you have to take a whole nother voice actor to do the fusion voice?
Do we have to have a whole different voice actor for the fusion? Yeah, we actually have like a whole group of people that have come in to do different fusions now. They become their own personality, so distinctly that just having someone from the original two voice it, or having to combine the voices, I feel like they have their own distinct personality, so they need someone to play the character.
Except for Alexander.
Yes, we
Yeah.
all learned our voices first time. Yeah, for Alexander, right?
Rules are different for 3, I suppose.
You guys have, is that, can I say something? Sorry, I didn't interrupt. There's a raffle, I guess, at the native gold booth after this. Also, we're gonna be signing again, so come and definitely say hi if you know.
And the artist Alice.
I know there's like a 2 o'clock Steve Universe fan meetup that I was informed about, so I don't. Okay. I don't wanna crash that, so we'll give you all a few minutes, and then we'll be signing probably in like the next half hour or so until the end of the thing. So.
Yeah, please say hi.
Yes, come say hi. I'm sorry we couldn't answer all of your questions. We ran out of time, but we were like,
But
it's kind
you
of.
guys have a lovely, enthusiastic audience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.